Oh my gosh. Hi there, my name is Chris and welcome to my channel, and tonight I will be discussing the recap of 90 Day Fiancé, the Christmas edition. This episode was called Where the Truth Lies.
My Christmas wish, if I had one, would just be for you to hit this like button, and then hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification button, and take out your phone, like I'm doing right now, and opening up the Instagram app, and then typing in CHRISLFARAH, clicking on this profile, and just following it. I really need followers and likes. That's how business works in this town, honey. That's how it is. You know, like, I want to get this comedy to the people, honey, in 2019. That is the thing.
We're gonna get into this episode. Okay, so first couple is Lida and Eric. Lida and Eric. Lida and Eric. Here's the thing. I don't care what her name is. I like that I call her Lida. Because A, I don't think it's right. B, it has the word lie in it. C, it's for some reason the first thing that comes out of my mouth. So it's the easiest one for me to say, naturally. Which is why I'm picking it. And Eric. Okay, so Tasha and Eric, okay, so this is a great scene that's completely necessary. They leave like Lida. If they want to come, it's good. If they don't want to come, it's good. At home, okay? And then Eric and his daughters go to dinner, which should have happened like second scene. And then Tasha's like, Dad, you told me that you had to make it seem like you were taking her side. And he's like, yeah, because you were having me pick between you guys. And she's like, no, because she was. That's why you felt that way. Eric says that he had to get his daughter out to prove to his girlfriend Lida that she was his top priority, but instead all he proved is that he really wanted a fourth, brattier child. Betty Bones. I'm mad I said it. But it's true. I can't with them. I really can't. They are just the worst. He is the worst, but like this scene with the daughters are the worst. When is the season over? The only way I get through this review is telling myself that I can eat the Mentos. I truly think I'm sitting on them, which only makes them better, softer and warmer, if you know what I mean. And by Mentos, the fruit ones. Obs. So they go to the restaurant, Eric and his three daughters. It's Jenica, Tosh, and my new fave, Tennille. Redheaded, dry-ass Tennille. Loyal AF Tennille. I see you, Tennille. Get it, sis. Because, honey, she's taking her sister's side, you know, and she needed to, because this is horrible what her dad is doing, and, like, must feel so bad for Tosh, and she needs her sister to stand up and be like, this isn't right, and what you're doing is so wrong, and we all see it. Even if you are putting on blinders in your mind, even if you're telling yourself whatever you're telling yourself to go to sleep at night, and I truly think that's like over half a bottle of whiskey is what it is taking for you to even shut an eye before your head hits a pillow after what you've done to this family. Anyway, you're not gonna do it on my watch in this diner with this little one here. Okay? My name is Tennille. I see you, early Cynthia Nixon. Then they go to like Jenica. Jenica has like a confessional and she's just like a millennial. She's just like, I don't even know like why like you would like kick someone out. Like, when they're just like messy. Like, over that, you just like kick someone out because of being messy. It just seems weird. I'm not into it. Then he has the audacity to be like, please come to the wedding. And Tosh is like, you want me to come to your wedding with this woman who kicked me, who made you choose her over us, got in the way of our whole family, kicked me out of my own place over something she wasn't supposed to do, which was enter my room, then had you kick me out, which was humiliating. And I'm gonna have years of therapy to get over it. Now come to your wedding? Are you insane? Are you not a real person? Is my dad somewhere else? Is my dad still at the war fighting someone? I mean, who are you, person? In the banquet across from me. And he's like, will you please reconsider? No, you reconsider. You reconsider your choice in people, in priorities. Reconsider Lita. I just love that Tosh and Tennille are like not the ones to be played in this scene, because they feel like finally someone's saying what we all want to say, which is like, you're a horrible father. And we know it. Look us in the face. It's your little daughter right there. You're gonna pay for her like kid meal right now. Okay? Gross. Gross. Eric says he's in between a rock and a hard place. And that makes sense to me, because he's in between Lida's hard-headedness and his rock-hard dick. That's the space that he cares about and that he's in between. He's a ping pong in between those things. So that's all he can see, that's all he can deal with at this time. He's busy. I mean, he just ends saying he hopes that rational minds will reconsider, and it's like, yeah, if the rational minds reconsider, you're not getting married to this bitch. Go in there and shake him, you know, just shake him awake. Have Tito's vodka, like, kiss his lips, like Sleeping Beauty, to wake him up from the spell. Frozen or something. He needs, like, his little, does he have a brother that can come and, like, the true love of his brother, you know, or I don't even know what does it take nowadays for someone to get out of being, you know, what my cousin said, vaginatized. So then it's Lida's makeup day, trial day, and she's at some like broke down Blushington girl, and TLC producers just did a real good job of like having people do these people's makeup, nails, hair, fingers, whatever it is they're doing, be like actors of some kind. They're like very curious, almost talk show hosts, in that they are completely comfortable asking questions, very personal questions, sort of sharing a little bit about themselves to probe further, knowing certain things and going for the A questions, almost as if they have like TLC producers in their ear, like, ask her about the kids and the baggage and the child support payments. Her makeup looked okay, except for this. Lida has typical straight eyelashes, and so for those kinds of lashes, what she needs is, like, for bridal makeup, just some longer individual lashes towards the end to give her a more lifted, feminine look. But the colors were on point. I mean, could I have added a little more highlighter? Yes, that's just me. She has really good skin. For everything I hate about her, it's like one thing I hate everything about her, and really truly no, I hate everything about that bitch, you know, like, which she can die in hell. But she has good skin, and so if I was doing makeup on her, I'd have to do a little highlighter, like, especially a little white highlighter, like, especially for bridal makeup, you know me. Gotta do them right. You do everything to your 100% ability if you're going to do something. I mean, this makeup artist gets in no time. Like, she's barely putting on the foundation, honey, and she's just like getting her to talk. By the time she gets to Lida's brows, filling them in, and thank God she did, Lida's already talking about, like,
oh, it's a baggage with these kids, and I got in a fight with Tosh, and so one of the kids hates me, like, I don't even care, it's not my fault. Did I say that already? It's not my fault. But all of this is not my fault. This was like somehow someone else's fault. Anyway, so I like kicked Tosh out or whatever, and like now they won't come to the wedding anyway, so
then they interviewed the makeup artist in like a separate confessional for the whole scoop and her take on the drama. The hot, fresh makeup artist's take. Off the presses. Pressed powder. These are like Sephora jokes. Then, honey, they are walking in the beautiful Wisconsin sunshine on a little nature walk, if you will, in some sort of park or some sort of thing, and Lida is not enjoying it because she actually hates nature, and just like every bug is gross, everything's dirty, what's this, it's like sun, it's too much in her eyes, honey, you know, like she's complaining in typical Rich Denisha style. That's why I call her Rich Denisha. Her name is too hard to say. In typical Rich Denisha style, she complaining. She stay complaining. He starts to approach the subject like, there's a rift. And she's like, well, it wasn't my fault. I mean, I keep saying it's not my fault. Whatever this rift is, all I keep saying is not my fault. And everyone agrees. Everyone I talk to, all the makeup artists, they're like, none of it's your fault. We agree. Alice agrees. And he's like, no, I'm not. I know it's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. But it still has to like be remedied in some way because these are my daughters and they have to like come to the wedding or whatever. I mean, don't worry, just so you know, from your vantage point, it came from left field, and I totally don't see it from their completely normal perspectives. I want them at the wedding though. But here's the thing, we can sit them in the back, just like in the back table. They won't even see what's happening. They'll have like they'll like be like in a separate room, you know. Actually, no, not in a separate room because we can't afford it, but just like a circle table like in the corner of the room, you know, and behind where we put the coats. She's like, I'll leave, I'll go back to Indonesia. And then he like calls her out. He's like, you're an emotional blackmailer. You can't do that. Every time you hate something, you can't just like try and take everything away and like take all your love away. And she's like literally 14 for some reason. And she's like, I'm still going to do that. I'm going to do it no matter what. We're married, we're not married. Tomorrow, tonight, I'm going to do it later on this hour, probably. It's on the agenda for the rest of your life. Know who you're marrying. And he just like, because sometimes you have sparks where you're like, oh, Eric, are you, oh, you like, oh, you get it. You get it. But no, you really don't. You somehow don't, though. And that's why it's so crazy how he's okay that he behaves and looks like a freak, like an animal, like a circus freak, like the worst dad in the entire daddom. Yeah, he doesn't give one F. This is like who he is. Okay, next couple, Olga and Steven. Okay, so it starts with Olga and Anna, and Anna's like Olga's friend, and thank God that she has one. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy she has like some person, I knew that she like is such a cool girl that she had to meet another cool girl, and this is a hip cool girl. This hip European girl has a very fun kitchen and like a hip European apartment. It's all like angular and modern, honey, you know, like things, probably there's lots of like upward storage, you know, and drawers that like connect. It's all smart. You know what I'm saying? It's smartly designed. You know, those Europeans, they know what they're doing. Those like white Europeans that live in like Norway and Sweden and wherever IKEA's from. And yeah, they are just going to like cut and make a fresh salad, honey, while they talk about their problems. These ladies. And you know, Anna has some questions and Olga's been having some babies and not been doing too much thinking from A to C. So Anna's just like, okay. He said that the baby has, you know, baby's not an American citizen. He said that he already tried to get your visa, but why wouldn't he have had it already? And she's like, that does seem strange. And he's like, have you ever seen any papers? And she's like, no, I haven't. That's also probably interesting. Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Every time I try and talk to him about it, he gets really upset or like wants to change the subject or like gets defensive or is just like, what? So Anna's like, okay, as a friend, I have to say it. Here's the thing. Are you sure he applied for the visa at all? And Olya's like, no. So then the next scene is Steven and Olya finally have a conversation, and Steven has been keeping a secret from Olga. You know how it is. Russians drop that G. So anyway, so Steven's like, okay, well, we're in a park. You know, I love parks, so this is where I feel the most comfortable. For some reason, it's a park. I love it. I love a park. I made a mistake. And I remedied it already. Okay, here's, I gotta be honest. Okay, I didn't apply for the visa when I said I was gonna apply for the visa. And if I had applied for the visa when I said I did, it would have been here already. In fact, we all could go to America, all three of us, Richie, me, and you, and all this drama about me taking Richie without you wouldn't have even happened. But I did apply for your visa the minute I hit Russian soil. So that's the little holdup. It's like, Why didn't it happen already? It's because I just did it. I lied about not doing it before. I had to keep the lie going with many lies, so. And that is upsetting to Anna. Steven does a very funny, smart male thing, which is then immediately get down on one leg, produce a ring, and is like, but will you marry me? Can we be fiancé? You're fiancés now. This is me, be marry me now. Marry me now. Ha ha ha, I love you so much. And being in Russia, I only love you more. So it's like, that's how I know that it is gonna be us. Here's a ring. And so she's so excited over the ring. She puts it on. She's like very into it. And then y'all, that's what it takes. She just forgets. Young love.
I don't know what it's like. I'll never know what it's like. At their age, I was like still so mature. I was just like, hee boys, I don't know how it works. I'll play Mario Kart instead. You know, anyway, so, but times are changing.
The scene ends with them pinky swearing, like 6-year-olds. The next couple is Kalani and Asuelu. Okay. Kalani's like, we finally decided to get married, but it took the whole 90 days to do so. So now I just gotta get everything done at once. Everything's a nightmare. It's always overwhelming. And how does anyone make anything work all the time when anything's always hard, even though I make this for myself hard, even though I blame everyone else for my own actions and my own mistakes and my things that I could make much easier, but I make much harder. I revel in the drama and then create more drama around the drama and then blame everyone else and then talk about it. My name is Kalani, not to be confused with Kalini. That's my sister. She looks like Kyle Richards. But anyway, Kalani and Asuelu didn't want to tell the family before the wedding that Kalani was pregnant because they're in such a bad place. Instead of it being an exciting situation, it would be like, we distrust him enough, and now he's putting his seed in her even more to put his roots down in America, making sure that he gets out of Samoa. Asuelu is like, they never liked me, and I want them to like me because I want them to stay in America. I want your family to think I love you and my son, and that is why I want to stay here. And then she's like, I do love you, Asuelu, and I'm excited about the wedding. Girl, you got a horrible way of showing it. You bad actress. Very good at making kids, though. I mean, just like... And then it's another scene of the family going to a spa. This is like a luxe spa. They're all getting manicures and pedicures. And it's with people that are like very interested in talking, honey, and bringing out all the dirt. Also flaming this kind of fire in between Kalani and Kalini where Kalani's not being truthful and it's like being awkward because she's like not saying what she wants to say and Kalini's like picking up on that but like doesn't know what it is and just feels like it's just her normal tension from the show and all the other bullshit going down. Before the wedding happens though is the bachelorette party between Kalani and all of her Kalani friends that might be also Kalini's friends and Kalini. Kyle Richards. So Kyle Richards does not know that Kalani's pregnant. And like earlier with their mom was like, will you be drinking later on tonight? I mean, I know you're breastfeeding and everything, but like you can probably pick up beer or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I've done some like research on some mommy blogs. Is that how it is? And like Kalani's like somehow been like, no, I guess you'll be doing the drinking for us. And like Kalini's like, okay, suspect, but okay. Kalani's not being truthful with her sister, so she feels a distance because she's the one making awkward. Kalini feels that, but is then upset that she's not excited she's getting married. And why wouldn't you be excited you're getting married? And your sister should be excited. So she's like reading Kalani and Kalani's like, oh, okay, fine. Thank you so much for bringing me out here and I love you all so much and you're all real fun friends and you're all having your moment in the sun right now and God bless. But can we have some like private sister time? And Kalini's like, icky. So then they go outside. Kalani's there, honey, with that long white bridal veil. She's like with a penis straw, drinking out of a penis straw with like a penis necklace. I mean, here's the thing. You do you, but that's not me. You do you. Just personally, that's not me. I'm just happy it wasn't at a gay bar. So she brings her sister aside and she's like, I'm pregnant. And again, really super awkward. I sometimes think like, you're on a reality show, a docuseries, this child's gonna look back and he's gonna just watch, or she, she or he is gonna watch like everyone break down in tears over what a horrible time it is for them to bring this life into the world. How the father is dumb and how the mother is who knows, and how they're poor when like they're fine. Or no one gets to watch them be excited. If I had to watch my dad and mom just be like, I cried for like 2 days, and then her like whole family's crying, I mean, I would be sad. I would be like, am I supposed to go somewhere else? I feel unwanted is how I would describe it. I don't know if you guys just picked up on why I would feel that. Think ahead of your choices you're making. Maybe use a little insight on how they might affect others down the road. Hi, I'm 4. At the end of the day, the poor kid is gonna grow up watching everyone cry at the mere thought of them. And your family is like kind of rich. They can help. You have like a lot of family and a lot of houses. You're fine. Okay, next couple. Colt and Debbie. I'm sorry, Colt and Larissa and Debbie. Okay, so we have this like scene with Debbie and Colty in the kitchen, and Debbie is just cock-eyeing. Is that a word, honey? Cock-eyeing. It should be. Cock-eyeing. Cockin', clockin', clock-eyeing. Everything Larissa's doing. Hates her. Larissa, I crazy bitch, but I have a good hearty. But don't forget I'm crazy. Debbie and Colty are just sitting around the kitchen, talking as they usually do about food. And Debbie's just looking on her phone for a homemade pizza recipe. What kind of pizza? You know, just like normal dough and maybe some doctored up ketchup, right, Debbie? Colty says, it sounds delicious, Mommy. It sounds so great. Yum. Yum. Thank you so much, Mommy. It sounds great. Then they talk about what happened. There's the elephant in the room. The relationship right now between Debbie and Larissa. It's 2 women in his life like that fighting. It's too much. Sure, the 2 Frosty the Snowman that sometimes fell in the corner of the living room was hard to deal with sometimes. And that was an old white elephant in the room. But now it's you 2. Debbie's like,
who, me? I don't do anything. I don't know how to get along with her. Might I stop? She said some really horrible things to me, and I don't know if I can forgive her. Not unless she comes to me and apologizes. Without too many E's at the end, she has to apologize. Not apologize-y.
And Colt's like, well, okay, because I mean, I have to do something because I want to get married to her. I am in love with her. And Debbie's like, well,
I don't want her in this family. Her family, I don't want her a part of my family.
So Colty is presented with a hard choice, much like Eric, choosing between his mother and his wife. However, that's a normal choice. You usually pick your wife. Whereas you usually don't pick your kids over some woman you met off the internet. So then we have a scene where Larissa and Debbie go to the spa. Honey, where women bond. Debbie gets a manicure. You know, something pale, pink. Which actually I do like pale pinks. But I like pale pinks because I think that they actually look good on my skin tone and they go with everything. I think they're like classically the pale pinks. I do like the white pale pinks. And I can tell with her, she probably picked just like an iridescent, kind of like see-through, I don't even know. She probably hasn't gotten a manicure in a minute, not like Larissa. Larissa's like, something loudy for my wedding. Something longy, like lie. You know, Debbie's just like rolling all the eyes the whole time. Then the producers excelled again in getting chatty nail techs who start to like bridge the gap like a therapist between Debbie and Larissa. And I don't know what they tipped these women, but they should have tipped them $1,000. So anyways, they're getting their nails done. One nail tech is like, I had a problem with my mother-in-law until I took her out to dinner. And then we're fine. And then they are like, oh, just be nice to each other and just coexist? Is that what you're saying? That's what all you did? And then somehow Debbie and Larissa just look at each other and it just like fakely clicks. This nail tech is like, well, is your fiance Colt a mama's boy, Debbie? And they're like, yes, yes, yes. We both know that's a yes. Almost broke my neck from saying yes too hard. And then one of the other ones like, does he have cats? Yes, he does. He has cats. How did you know, E? Do you smell them on me? Do I have cat hair on me? Oh, no, I must be a cat lady. And Debbie's like,
Yes, we have cats. Love a cat. One thing I have left that I can feed that always will love me, that will never leave me, and if they leave me because they die, which sometimes they die, I've lived a long time, I just buy a new one. And that one doesn't leave me until another 17 years. And I buy a new one. And I buy a new one. And then I buy a new.
oh yeah, put me in a senior citizen home. I now can live by myself and the cats. That's what I've always wanted, dreamed of, knew it was gonna happen, knew how I would die. I mean, thought about it every waking moment of my life, knew it intrinsically, so I'm ready for it. And Larissa's like, no, Debbie. You live in the house with me and Nicole in the maid's quarters. But you will have your private entrance and exit. I don't ever want to see you. I don't want why making Larissa's like Arab. You live your life, Debbie. We live our life, Debbie. We never cross paths, Debbie. Unless you want to get a manicure, pedicure, Debbie. You know what, Debbie? I've always loved saying your name, Debbie. 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 So then our last and craziest, juiciest couple, Jay and Ashley. Let's get into it. We start to hear some gems, some sound bites, if you will. Jay says he didn't have time to make sure that everything was perfect between him and Ashley before he got married. He only had the 90 days. Then he drops, I don't think a person is 100% ready to get married until they're like 50. So I'm, 20 is like not even half of 50, which means I'm not even half of 100, which means I'm not even like 50, which means I'm not even like 40%. I'm like 35% that I like being with Ashley, the times in which we have sex specifically. Ashley is getting her makeup and hair done for her elopement in Vegas. Elvis style. Of course, the producers arranged this, so they're chatty McAfee's. Like, I don't even know if they ever even really did hair makeup before. Like, I'm saying I saw Ashley's after, and I didn't see anything or any work being done that warranted being paid as a makeup artist for a bride. I really didn't. It's like red lip, awkward eyeliner. But, she just like provided Ashley a friend because obviously we no longer had Natalie. Ashley got to talk about all her fears and all the drama that has like brought her to this moment and what she wanted to have, what she couldn't have, which was a huge wedding surrounded by her friends and how sad that was. Bloobity boo boops and blobbity blue blops. And I feel like she steps into a dress and I wonder if the dress just like came with the chapel, like in the whole package. Like if it was like she picked one of 6 and they got like whatever size she was. It was like a range of 3 sizes. They just clamped in the back because she's a tiny girl to make sure it fit and just like sent her down because it was very like Vegas. Why would you pay all that money for a dress you were gonna wear to like walk down that aisle? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it's just a awkward Vegas wedding with an awkward Vegas preacher just saying awkward Vegas humor jokes and making their vows, a bunch of Elvis songs like, you promised to love me tender, and she's like, yes. Making it seem like a joke, which obviously makes it seem like a joke, which for 2 young people that shouldn't be taking this as a light joke, it's awkward because I take it as a joke. So then they get in a limo, and forlorn Ashley looks out melancholy onto the street of the hookers and the gamblers and the lost souls and the broken dreams. She realizes she is one of them, one of them, one of them. Because honey, they won't make it back home. She looks at his phone. Phone has a very interesting message. Missed FaceTime call. Who's FaceTiming at like 11 p.m.? He says it's someone for a tattoo. Still doesn't make any goddamn sense. You're married now. So she messages the girl, and the girl's like, what? And she's like, why are you messaging my husband? And the girl's like, your husband? You mean what, like the Jamaican guy I met on Tinder? Yeah, the Jamaican guy you met on Tinder. This girl sends Ashley screenshots dating to the day they started talking and his Tinder profile was activated. which was the day they got back from their honeymoon, which was their wedding. They didn't go to another place, so their honeymoon / wedding, their wedding, he got back, went on Tinder. He said he was bored. To his credit, Ashley said, I have screenshots here. I've already talked to the girl. I'm giving you one chance right now. You can either lie to me or you can tell the truth. And he admitted it. He didn't try to lie. Not in the face of all the glaring evidence. However, the producers showed up too late to catch the aftermath, which was a hole in the wall that Jay punched. I would have loved to see that scene. Ashley has just been forlorn, melancholy on the couch, recounting this whole ordeal to the producers. When suddenly someone pulls up. Is that Jay? Yes, it is. He comes through the door, honey. Jay sits down next to Ashley, who won't even look at him. And Jay's like, you want to talk? End the show. They ended. It was actually a great episode of a horrible season. And I feel like it's just wrapping up. Next week's gonna be good. I feel like those that have weathered the storm, that have like been backed into a corner, if you will, who have had their hopes tarnished about a good season with like really chompy characters like Angela and real fun, feisty situations. I think that this next episode of next week, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be real juicy. Cut on a bias. You know who else cut on a bias? Besides, of course, Jesse and Darcy? Anna, Olga's friend. She cut that cucumber on the bias. She really did. She really did. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chris L. Farah. The L is for Las Vegas, where so many of these couples are like coming to or going from or living in, or like from Love After Lockup to 90 Day Fiancé. Like, I don't know if you're watching Love After Lockup, but it's absolutely great, and I'm watching it and doing reviews on it. So you have to watch. That's what's happening. Also, if you haven't, please like this video, please subscribe, please follow me. I am at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Las Vegas, honey. I already just said that. I hope that you have such a happy new year. I love responding to your comments. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for responding and liking and commenting and engaging with me, and I wish you the best. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art.